Welcome back, everyone, and if you are new here, you are watching Channel Canada Senior Benefits. Today, the channel where we break down complex benefits topics and make them easy for everyone to understand. If you were born before 1960 and you receive CPP OAS, or you are getting close to retirement, 2026 is not a year you should ignore, because the changes happening now do not affect every Canadian senior the same way. Your birth year, your income, whether you are still working, whether you started CPP early, and whether you are already receiving OAS can all decide whether you simply get the basic amount or whether you miss money that could have been added to your monthly deposit. And here's the part most people never check. Service Canada may update some things automatically, but not everything. Some benefits are based on old income. Some calculations depend on the age you started CPP. Some increases only help you if your file is correct. And some seniors keep receiving a payment that looks normal, while the real amount they should be getting is different. So in this video, I will break this down by group. If you were born before 1960, stay with me, because your group may have a different action step. The first group is Canadians born between 1955 and 1959. If this is you, you are either already receiving CPP, already receiving OAS, or you are right at the point where retirement decisions are becoming serious. This group has to be very careful in 2026 because many people in this age range started CPP early, especially at age 60, 61, or 62. Now, taking CPP early is not automatically wrong. Many people do it because they need the money, because they stopped working, because of health reasons, or because they simply want income now. But the mistake is assuming that future increases fix the reduction. They do not. If you took CPP before age 65, your CPP was reduced. Then every future increase is applied to that reduced base amount. So when CPP rises, yes, your payment may go up, but it is still increasing from a lower starting point. That is why your first action in 2026 is simple. Do not only look at the deposit in your bank account, log in to your My Service Canada account and check your CPP statement. Look at your base CPP amount, your contribution record, and whether any post-retirement benefit applies if you worked while receiving CPP. This is very important for seniors who kept working after starting CPP. If you contributed to CPP while receiving your retirement pension, you may qualify for a post-retirement benefit. This can add extra monthly income on top of your CPP. Many seniors do not even know this separate benefit exists. So for Group 1, your key question is this: is my CPP base amount correct, and have all post-retirement contributions been added to my file? The second group is Canadians born between 1950 and 1954. If this is you, you are generally between your early 70s and mid 70s in 2026. Most people in this group are already receiving CPP and OAS. But the biggest issue here is not only CPP. The biggest issue is OAS recovery tax, also called the OAS clawback. This is where many Canadian seniors get caught. OAS is income tested. That means if your income is above the government threshold, part or all of your OAS can be recovered. But the problem is that this calculation may be based on older tax information. So if your income was high in a previous year because you sold property, withdrew RSP money, received a lump sum, or had a one-time taxable event, your current OAS may be reduced even if your income today is much lower. That means your monthly payment may not reflect your real current situation. For this group, the important step is to review your most recent notice of assessment and compare your current income with the income being used for OAS recovery tax. If your income has dropped, do not just accept the lower OAS deposit quietly. You may be able to request a reduction in recovery tax using the proper CRA process. This is why I always tell seniors, your bank deposit does not tell the full story. A payment can arrive on time and still be lower than it should be. So for Group 2, your key question is this: is my OAS being reduced because of income I no longer receive? The third group is Canadians born before 1950. If this is you, you are 76 or older in 2026. This group should pay close attention to the OAS amount for seniors age 75 and over. Canada has a higher OAS amount for the 75 plus group, and this should be reflected in your payment if you qualify. But here is the issue. Many seniors assume that because the government has their date of birth, everything must be correct. Most of the time, yes, the system works, but mistakes, old information, missing updates, or confusion around gross and net payments can still happen. So do not guess, confirm it. Call Service Canada or check your online account and ask clearly whether the 75 plus OAS increase is applied to your file. Also ask for your gross OAS amount before deductions or recovery tax. That number matters because sometimes people only look at the final deposit after deductions and cannot tell whether the base amount is correct. For Group 3, your key question is this: is my 75 plus OAS amount correctly applied before any deductions? Now let's talk about the 2026 CPP enhancement and why some Canadians are confused. The CPP enhancement started years ago, but its effect continues into 2026. Workers who contributed under the enhanced CPP system may gradually receive higher CPP benefits in retirement. Also, CPP2 applies to higher earnings above the first earnings ceiling and up to the second ceiling. This does not mean every current retiree suddenly gets a huge increase. That is the mistake many people make. The CPP enhancement depends on your contributions, your earnings, your years of work, and whether you contributed during the enhanced period. So if someone tells you everyone is getting a big CPP raise in 2026, be careful. That is not how it works. Your benefit depends on your record. That is why every Canadian senior should check 3 things in 2026. First, check your CPP contribution record. Second, check your OAS income situation. Third, check whether your age group has any specific benefit or adjustment that applies. Now here is the simple action plan. If you were born from 1955 to 1959, check your CPP base amount and whether early CPP reduction is affecting your lifetime payment. If you worked after starting CPP, ask about the post-retirement benefit. If you were born from 1950 to 1954, check your OAS recovery tax. If your income dropped, ask whether your current income can be used to reduce the clawback. If you were born before 1950, confirm that your 75 plus OAS amount is correctly applied and ask for your gross amount before deductions. And for everyone born before 1960, do not wait for a letter. Do not assume the system will call you. Do not assume the deposit is correct just because it arrived on time. The most dangerous mistake seniors make is silence. They receive the same payment every month. They do not question it, and they only discover years later that something could have been checked earlier. This does not mean panic. It means verify. Log in to My Service Canada account. Review your CPP and OAS details. Check your CRA notice of assessment. And if anything looks confusing, call Service Canada and ask direct questions. You can say, I want to confirm my CPP base amount, my OAS amount, and whether any age-based or income-based adjustment applies to my file in 2026. That one sentence can save you confusion. Before making any financial decision, always confirm your personal numbers with Service Canada, CRA, or a qualified financial professional. This video is general information for Canadian seniors, not personal financial advice. But if you were born before 1960, this is the year to check your group, because the difference between guessing and verifying could affect your monthly income for years. And if you know a parent, neighbor, friend, or family member receiving CPP or OAS, share this with them. Many seniors never miss money because they made the wrong decision. They miss it because nobody told them what question to ask.